Hi guys, I'm Candice.
I'm Lauren.
And welcome to our kind of series of videos that are going to explain and describe the time in which her dad died, so the story around it and our emotions and how we felt. We thought it'd be a really good idea to do this because we know a lot of people go through it and it's something that you could probably relate to. So we're just going to get straight into it really. So I'll probably start when we'd just come back from Jamaica, so that's 2015, September time. My dad didn't come with us because he worked, so my mum took us all, so he'd not seen us for like 6-7 weeks. So we've just got back and my dad's rung me and he's on the phone, he's sounding really flat, really drained, and he basically just said to me, Candice, I don't feel very well. So then I was getting a bit worried. I was thinking, wow, what's up? And he's just like, he was obviously describing the flatness, how he feels really drained, really tired all the time, in a bit of pain. And he then went on to say that he was going to the doctors. So now, for my dad to say that he's going to the doctors, that's a really big deal because my dad never goes to the doctors, like, ever. It's just not his thing, he doesn't go. So from then I kind of knew that this is a big deal, and then me being the person who I am, I'm already thinking, oh my gosh, it's really bad, like it's going to be like something bad, like the big C, because he doesn't go doctors. If he's going doctors, this is really bad. So I was encouraging him to go, and I remember we had a bit of back and forth text over the next couple of days because I was trying to get him to make sure he went to his appointments and that, because he's long about stuff like that, to be honest. He also said not to tell anyone because at that point, like, he just didn't want to worry anyone. So I didn't really say anything, and then I'd say it probably reached maybe 3-4 weeks later, and we knew like it must be something bad because he started going to checkups with Lauren and Mum.
Yeah, we started travelling down to Northampton, which is where he kind of lived sometimes, and he slowly started to go more often, and the doctor's appointments started to pick up. And at this time, you know, I was doing whatever I can to kind of, you know as much as my mum and dad know about the situation. And it took 5 weeks to diagnose.
Yeah, we weren't very happy about that, to be honest.
That it was lung cancer. No,
it took a long time.
I was very happy.
So yeah, it was lung cancer, and by that time, I think maybe end of October, start of November.
Yeah.
We learnt that it was stage 4. So now stage 4, with all the research that we had to do around cancer, we obviously learned that it was like a vigorous cancer, and it's more about like how long you've got left because it's just spread that much. Like the mass of it was like, did you say 10 centimetres? And that's big, like on your lung, that's really big. So we were, at that point, we're like, yeah, this is not good, like what do we do? So I'd say I started taking time off first. I think it hit me first, like from when we had that first conversation with Dad, I knew like this is just not going well. Like me and my mum have quite realistic brains, and we were like, we know where this is going. And I think it hit me, like the depression side of it hit me first, because I was just like, oh my gosh, this is where it's gonna go. I'm gonna end up losing my dad. I'm gonna be that girl at school that's lost a parent. And I just remember spending lots of time off school, like I didn't go consistently, and then it got to a point where I didn't really go at all. I just spent a lot of time with him at home. Not necessarily talking to him all the time, but just like being in his vicinity, because I didn't want him to be on his own, and I couldn't cope with not being around him, knowing that there might be a time where I'll just not have him at all. So I started taking a lot of time off school. Lauren was the trooper at that point. You kept going, didn't you?
Yeah, I kept on trying to tell people that he was going to be fine. Dad was convinced that he was going to be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it got to the point where I was the one that started to go to the doctor's appointments, because I knew what was going on. Even though I wasn't really saying it, I knew what was going on. So that's why I feel like I made the conscious effort to go to the doctor's appointments to know what was going on more. And so I carried on, you know, turning up and just, you know, showing up and trying to be there. But also trying to, I don't know, maybe have a front with people.
Yeah.
In terms of things being alright.
I think then when it's after my birthday and Mara's birthday, so then at that point it's kind of like, what do we do? So my brother, we have a half brother, my brother did lots of research and knew about this guy called Dr. Sebe, who run like a herbalist retreat in Honduras. And he talked about it a lot with my dad, and that then became something that my dad wanted to do, opposed to chemotherapy, because he just knew that he just weren't gonna do well with that. It weren't his kind of thing. He just didn't want chemo at all. So they decided they're gonna go together with it. My brother's gonna go with him, and they'll go for however long it takes, and they're just gonna do it. And then at that point, that's when, like, I was 100% off school, like, leading up to the time when he was going. And I think I was just in such a, like, a down, like, place. I was just not in a good place in myself, and I think my dad picked up on that. So we started to have conversations about him going, and I think he knew that I knew that really this is not, like, this... chance of this working is like small. So he asked me, Candace, do you want me to go? And I said, of course. Like, I feel like when you're dying, like that's the time when you can be selfish. Like, if that's what you want to do, then I was like, go do it. Like, I have faith in you. If you believe in this, then I believe in you, and like, just do it. So he was like, yeah, cool, alright, I'm gonna go. So flights are booked, and then it's all set, we're ready to go, and then we're getting to 2 days before his flight, so this is the 13th of December, and we all had to travel down to Northampton because they were flying from London, so obviously Northampton's closer than Sheffield, and they went down there, we all went down there and stayed in my dad's flat because he had a flat down there, and it was like all 6 of us in this 1-bedroom flat, and I just remember it was a really emotional time. My dad's emotions were really high, like that everything he was feeling was heightened, whether he was like in a really good mood, which is actually really rare, but he was more just in a bad mood.
He was just really angry.
Really angry, really upset all the time, and you two had like a conversation, didn't you?
Yeah, it got really emotional when we was making dinner one time, and I think he just like, had a reflective moment where he just kind of looked back on his wife, and I think he started to differentiate with like between the people that had let him down or the people that had done good for him, and the things that he was happy about and the things that he was sad about that he wished, you know, he did more about, and I was just there to, you know, help, try and support my dad, and to see him, you know, it was so emotional and even ended up crying. It was just really, I don't know, it was just really different because he's normally such a strong and proud
he's the strongest person we've like ever known. He's the most resilient person we've ever known, which is where we've got our resilience from, that enabled us to get through everything that we've been through over the last 2 years. So it was really hard to see him in that place where he just, it was like, you couldn't imagine someone feeling like, this is it, like I could die.
Bring yourself to that point where you're having to face the fact that you're going to die.
Oh, well, potentially, because at that point, like, he had so much faith didn't it? And I think his faith turned into denial a little bit, and it was like a thin balance between them both.
But I feel like Dad was also one of the smartest people that we knew, so therefore I don't think that he wasn't aware.
Yeah, I think it was then at the same time saving us, weren't it?
Yeah,
like, just being strong for us. It was like till the end he was putting on a front to be strong for us because he didn't want to upset us. It's just so mad, and he's always been that kind of selfless person, and it just makes you choke up thinking about how even in his last days he was always putting us first, putting our feelings and emotions first.
Yeah, he wanted to save our memories of what we saw of him, and I feel like that's why he made the decision to leave, because he didn't want us to see him slowly deteriorating.
Yeah.